Hello and welcome back to Supply Chain Weekly, brought to you by Sphere Management, your source for all supply chain and logistics news. Today is Monday, May 8th. If you like any of today's stories, make sure you check out the links in the description for more details, and let's jump right in. Our first story this week lays the foundation for the next big step in last mile delivery. In recent years, the shipment of e-commerce products has taken over the industry, and it has finally led to a major development in the delivery services of FedEx and UPS. Until now, the big two delivery companies had shared part of their revenue with the US Postal Service for last mile delivery, as they thought that promising next day shipping for e-commerce delivery was more trouble than it was worth. Although 70% of customers are satisfied with the cheapest form of delivery, the near 25% of other consumers that are willing to pay for next day shipping has definitely encouraged this change. For our next story, both Kenworth and UPS are working to roll out new vehicles in the coming months. Kenworth is entering the hydrogen fuel cell race with a Class 8 drayage truck. On the other hand, UPS is deploying a prototype for an extended range fuel cell electric vehicle. UPS is working with the US Department of Energy to replace its current fleet with a one-of-a-kind, zero-emission Class 6 delivery vehicle. Next up, we have the Federal Trade Commission has finally approved of the massive merge of Knight Transportation and Swift Transportation, which officially created a new top 5 trucking company. The deal was announced last month and is expected to close sometime over the summer. And our final story of the week is something that could be as revolutionary as the Model T was back in 1908. We may mention autonomous vehicles at least once a week on the show, but this time we have a major prediction from Rethink X, which says that civilian-owned vehicles will soon be a thing of the past. Although many Americans may be hesitant to relinquish the freedom of their own vehicle, the convenience and drastic cut in annual costs to the average consumer could make autonomous cars an even bigger hit than we had originally been thinking. The switch to autonomous vehicles could lead to a $1 trillion boost in disposable income. This would also disrupt the oil and gas industry, as there is little doubt that these autos would run on electric, despite the current administration's push to rejuvenate fossil fuels. In fact, last week at the Advanced Clean Transportation Expo, leaders of the trucking industry stated that regardless of regulations, the industry will move in the direction that is economically favorable. Whether it is higher fuel economy, hydrogen fuel cells, or autonomous electric vehicles, the future may not be clear for the trucking industry, but it sure is exciting. This has been Supply Chain Weekly, brought to you by Sphere Management, your source for all supply chain and logistics news. Thank you very much for watching. If you like any of the stories, make sure you check out the links in the description for more details. Like and subscribe for more content, and we will see you next week.